Hello, everyone. My name is Lori Quiller, and welcome to the Air Force Culture and Language Center's Facebook Live event. Today, we have a very special episode of AFCLC TV because we'll announce this year's LEAP Cadet Selects at the end of the broadcast. We will also introduce you to two of our scholars who joined LEAP through the cadet selection process, Captain Kaylin Mendez and Captain Gregory Gutkin. Before we begin, we ask that you observe a few simple rules. Maintain the principles and standards of professional behavior and communication. Please mute your mics while others are speaking. Hold your questions until the end of the brief, where you may unmute your mics and ask your questions or enter them into the chat. Follow proper OPSEC procedures and guidance, and be aware that Facebook is an unclassified medium. With these rules in mind, let's get started. Captain Mendez, Captain Gutkin, welcome to the Air Force's Global Classroom. Captain Mendez, we'd like to congratulate you first on being selected by the 2022 Foreign Area Officer Board to cross-train as a FAO. And for those who don't know, there were 28 LEAP scholars selected this year, accounting for 72% of the officers selected. That's a first for LEAP.
Thank you, Lori.
So I also understand that you received your commission through the Air Force Reserve Officers Training Corps and Detachment 030 at the University of Arkansas. How long have you been a LEAP scholar, and what's your language?
I've been a LEAP scholar since 2016, and my target language is Modern Standard Arabic. Currently, I'm an inspection planner and exercise planner for the Office of the Inspector General for the 509th Bomb Wing at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri.
And Captain Gutkin, what about you? How did you receive your commission, and how long have you been an officer and LEAP scholar?
Yep. So I received my commission through the United States Air Force Academy, and I've been a LEAP scholar since I graduated in 2015. I'm currently a KC-46 pilot and an operations group executive officer at the 305th Operations Group, Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst.
So let's talk for just a moment about what you both have been able to do operationally through LEAP. And Captain Mendez, let's start with you.
Operationally, I've assisted with 2 training partnership requests. The first TPR I assisted with was the translation of a document sent from the Foreign Ministry of the Sultanate of Oman Communications Bureau to the American Embassy in Muscat regarding the coordination of a joint training exercise in Oman. The second TPR that I assisted with was providing input and feedback for a new training platform under development for Arabic linguists at the Defense Language Institute. The training platform was a single-player video game that requires linguists to use their Arabic language translation knowledge in order to advance through the game. My role as a LEAP scholar was to play the beta version of the game and provide feedback to the game developers on the game's strengths and weaknesses.
That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. So Captain Gutkin, what about you? What are some of the things that you've been able to do through LEAP so far?
So LEAP has given me some outstanding opportunities, not only to utilize my language, but also to really immerse myself into the culture associated with my target language. I was fortunate enough to travel to Kiev twice, Ukraine twice, once in 2018 as an interpreter at a multinational exercise that was used to familiarize Ukrainian military forces with NATO operating procedures. And then the second time was in 2019 as a part of an advanced studies immersion. So through that immersion, I spent about 4 weeks in country attending classes and learning about the Ukrainian culture and kind of their relationship with the Russian language. And also this summer, I'm tentatively scheduled to support a training partnership request at the 603rd Air Operations Center at Ramstein Air Base.
It sounds like LEAP has meant a lot to both of you during your careers.
LEAP definitely impacted our careers and prepared us to utilize our language and cultural skills for air and space missions, which is why the 2022 board processes are so important to us.
Yep, that's absolutely spot on. Like every year, this year's cadet board application process was highly competitive. Scholars were selected based on their existing language proficiency, cross-cultural competence, academic record, commander's endorsement, and Air Force and Space Force language requirements. This year, the Air Force Culture and Language Center selected 89 cadets for the Language-Enabled Airman program out of 137 applicants. Of the 89 cadets selected, 48 were chosen from the United States Air Force Academy and 41 from the Air Force Reserve Officers Training Corps in 16 different languages.
On behalf of the Air Force Culture and Language Center, it is our pleasure to be here today to help announce the 2022 LEAP Cadet Board selectees.
So let's not hesitate any longer. And thank you so much for being with us today, Captain Mendez and Captain Gutkin, my outreach partner behind the scenes, Ms. Michaela McCurry, and many thanks to all of you who've joined us here for this episode of the Air Force's Global Classroom. Stay with us for the premiere of the 2022 LEAP Cadet Selects video. From those of us at the Air Force's Global Classroom, welcome to the team.